In this tutorial, we're going to recreate this Magnates intro.
How does a boy born into poverty become the richest man in the world?
With only using CapCut. Now if you really break down this intro, it's really just photos and a couple basic animations. First we're going to drag and drop the background and the child. I don't want to use the background of this picture, so I'm going to go cutout and select auto cutout. You should remove the background and keep the child. Now I've done that, I'm going to just resize it and position the child about there. That'll be good. Now for the background, I want to kind of grey it out a bit. So I'm going to go select background and go to filters. I might search up grey. And yep, there it is, fade. That's the one I was looking for. Now I'm just gonna adjust the strength of it to about there. Now this part's kind of up to you. I'm just gonna go to adjustments and just play around with the colors of the background. Kind of want to make it a bit darker, so it's totally up to you. I'm also gonna do the same with the kid. Just gonna play around with adjustments, give him a bit of more color. Once I've finished with that, now we can go to text. I'm going to select text and drag and drop it onto the timeline. Now add the text and change the font. I'm going to go with Resolve, but you can pick whatever you want. Now I'm going to tilt the text and increase the size. Now I'm going to go to color and get an orange color, very similar to the clip that we're copying. Once you select the color, duplicate the text, select the bottom text layer and go to glow. So I'm going to pick that second glow and make the glow a bit red and do any adjustments to your liking. Now for the animation, I want to try copy as similar as the original clip. So if you go to animation and select type 1 and select that for both text layers. Now I'm gonna duplicate both text layers and drag them to the right. And we're gonna retext the layers born into poverty. Now when I play the video back, you see that the text is in front of the child. So we're gonna select the child layer and drag it to the top. Now when you play it back, you can see that the child is in front of the text. Now for this part, you don't really have to do this, but I've seen Ali Abdaal do it in his other videos, where you kind of like blur out the character's eyes. So I just created a text and just pretty much put a dash. Gonna make it red and just increase the size and put it over their eyes. And I'm also gonna do the same to the characters in the background. So now when I play it back, you can see that one of the lines is covering the letter Y. So now what we're going to do is those three lines we made earlier, I want to select all three of them and drag it below the text we made earlier. Now I'm just going to extend it and select all three of them, including the background. Right click and create a compound clip. Now if I play it back, this is what it'll look like.
How does a boy born into poverty?
We've lined up with the audio, how does a boy, now we're going to do born into poverty. Now I'll play it back and this is what it'll look like.
How does a boy born into poverty become the...
So that's not too bad. We can add minor details to this clip. First thing I'm going to do is select that dash and the child and create a compound clip to combine them together. What I might do, I'm going to animate the child into the scene. So we're going to go back to the beginning of the video, drag the kid down, and then select keyframe, move the timeline across a couple keyframes, and then drag the child back to the middle. What I'll also do is around the 2-second mark, I'm going to increase the scale of the child, so it will go gradually get bigger as the video moves on. Now let's play that back one more time.
How does a boy born into poverty become the richest?
So that looks pretty good. So if you go back to the original video, it does have like kind of a bit of like flares and sparks in it. So that's what we're going to do now. So So just go into effects and literally just write like sparks or sparkle, and we'll see what we get. I'm going to select Spark 2 and just give it a play and see what it looks like. Not bad. I might select Spark 1. I want to add a bit more sparks at the end of this clip. And I'm also going to trim these original clips so we can get ready for the next part. Now if we play it back, that is our first part completed. Now we will move on to the second part. So first we're going to add our background. You can also do any adjustments to the color of the background, it's really up to you. Now we're going to drag and drop our person. As you can tell, we need to remove the background, so we're going to go videos, cutout, and select auto cutout, and it will remove the background besides the person. Now we're just going to resize them and place them in the middle. Now we pretty much got our background. Now we're going to do this kind of this opening ripple effect. So I'm going to drag this. This is what I think I made it Photoshop. This is real ripple effect. I made it red so we can go cut out chroma key and remove that red. So now it's all just grey. Now I'm going to do the same with the money falling video. I just downloaded on YouTube. It's a green screen. Chroma key, select the green and get rid of it. Now I want to add the kind of this flash transition effect. So we'll go transition, right flash, and I think it was blanch. So we go to blanch, drag it, increase the duration, and if I play it back,
how does a boy born into poverty become the rich?
You get that effect. Now the last part of the video, if you play it back, you can see the grey ripple does not expand out. So I don't know if you noticed, I duplicated this grey ripped picture. Select the top, select mask, and click on horizontal. Now if I get rid of the bottom one, you can see it only shows the top. That's because when I select mask, it has removed the bottom part. Now for the bottom part, I'm gonna just hide the top, unselect the bottom part, select horizontal mask, and now I'm gonna flip that to 180. Now only the bottom part will be showing. Now to do the animation part, which is really easy, select the top, I'm gonna go to basic, then position and select keyframe, move it about here and drag the top layer up. And you want to do the same with the bottom layer. Instead of dragging it up, you want to drag it down. Now if I play it back, this is what we'll get. Now I'm just going to trim the video corresponding to the audio. And now we've just got the text to do. So drag and drop the text and write richest man in the world. Literally rinse and repeat what we did with the other texts with the same font, same color, and the same effects. Now when I play it back, there is one adjustment we need to do is get the text in front of the person. That is a pretty simple fix. Just drag the text and put it below the person in the timeline. Now I'll play it back.
Poverty, become the richest man in the world.
And that is it for the tutorial. If you want to see anything else, let me know in the comments below and I'll give it a crack. Thank you.